when it comes to damage output, Kratos is not doing what Hero did. This is what I was trying to dig to. I think you were digging to it as well.
Yeah, and it's sort of interesting because you kind of think of in damage per minute stats in Pro. It's so weird because it spikes really, really high at the start and then kind of drops off because you're not doing damage or posturing a lot. You're not constantly scrapping. You're not constantly fighting unless you're ready. But like at the start, you're constantly fighting each other over the wave and whatnot. You're constantly doing early game skirmishes. Shut up. And Hero was a really good lane. Was really strong lane and sort of slacked off a little bit in team fights. But that might be influencing the stat a lot more than
Hero to be able to pilot.
Yeah, no, this should be a pretty comfortable matchup for the side Hero. You definitely can bully out the Jax, and if they mess up, you can of course solo kill, but do have that kill potential post 6. So definitely hoping that the strong laning phase of Hero can get this Malphite rolling to a very powerful position, and then in teamfights, all he needs to do is just press ultimate. And if that's where he's been struggling the most, make it as simple as possible for him, and then let him focus on where he's good at in the actual complicated bit of lane.
Yes, true.
Oh god, okay, we are killing this person, and we are committing everything to do so. Like, you put in a lot to kill Kiang and Artifact, and you sent them packing to the tower. That's good, that's fine. Just go back and take the dragon. You get the objective, you get soul point at 20 minutes. That's huge. That's a massive advantage you can work around and apply the pressure properly. But yeah, Galmar definitely playing it fast and loose. They're definitely not taking this as seriously as they perhaps could have, and this could give Team Secret the angle to win the game if they keep this up. I mean, they're still getting advantages because they're just kind of outlaning, finding way more farm on the map, but they're giving up so many free kills for no real reason, and if they keep doing that, it's bound to backfire eventually, especially now Baron is pretty much any other AD carry, that is a
hit the dragon.
Carrion. Hit the dragon, smite the dragon, killed the dragon properly.
Hit the dragon! Levi! You're killing me.
Zin, even anyone, I don't care because the last
somebody hit the damn dragon. Good.
And the same applies the other way around. And with a high agency mid laner like Dion1, who usually plays all these type of bully carries in the mid lane, how do you think this sets up for your jungler, or perhaps what jungler we might be seeing today from the teams?
So DMK definitely leans a little bit more towards the sort of supportive junglers. The Gragas maybe probably the one which is putting out the most damage, but his most played in this regular split was Sejuani. Then of course the Wukong had insanely high presence, and he was one of the few players that really valued like the Maokai pick even after it received the nerfs to the AP build. So he's definitely continuing that style he's pretty much always seemed to have of the sort of low econ setup jungler, rather than that big super carry style like Levi has sometimes been, like Killer Queen has been at times. Whereas Drakthar seems like he can fit a bit more into the carry style, especially in the series against Wales. He pulled out the Kindred and showed us that to pretty good success. And with that sort of in mind, I think that flexibility might help out the drafts for Cerberus, because they don't stick to one style of mid-jungle.
The CFO roster feels a little bit out of place here, in a similar way to, say, the T1 does, Esports Academy 1 does, in that there's a surprising amount of history on this team. So, Kusha and Lan Paifeng, formerly known as Kino, have been to Worlds twice. They've been to Worlds twice on Beyond Gaming, back with Doggo, back with Minji, with Wako. They are veterans. They're here to help raise up some young bloods. Hongq technically has already qualified for PCS before, but he was too young to play.
But just thinking about the meta in 14-16 around the globe, I feel like I've seen more similar compositions to BLGs than I've seen to CFOs here.
I think you can sort of see the regional difference. PCS, PCL, by extension, often sort of trend, somewhat ironically, towards more Korea than China. So, and if you're looking at like the LCK playoffs meta, it's a lot more Smolder, it's a lot more tank junglers, it's a lot more what CFO is bringing to the table. Where LDL, LPL was still rocking the brand, not so much the brand specifically, but the Zyras, the Lilias, those sort of carry AP junglers. So I think, yeah, we're gonna see a little bit of clash of styles. Worked out better for CFO last time around. Not quite sure how it's gonna play out this time. There's a lot of agency on the top side. You can try and play through that Renekton early, try and get Rel roaming out on the map and leave Ezreal to themselves. Or you can just attack an MF in the bot lane. She's not that well. Really messy game 3, but I saw the angle, and that is 2023 T1. Play like that. You're playing through your mid jungle. Give RS playmakers, because RS in game 1, on the rise was able to set up picks and plays alongside Drakthar, and then again on the Orianna alongside Shyvana, that this duo was able to drive so much of the game that it really controlled. It just worked extremely well. Artemis, make him play reckless position, make him play like reckless Gumayushi, so he's just sitting in lane comfortably 1v2ing while Taki goes roaming. Yep. Like he was able to in game 3 on the Varus 1v2 Haki and Suilong and win the lane. Like he was pushed in, he lost some tower plays, but he was up in farm.
3 weeks later.
Which we predicted, but not in as solid a fashion as I think we'd have liked.
No. So good news. Good news for Gum. RS and Drakthar are doing what I said they should be doing 3 weeks ago. I'm so happy for them. They're realizing to play through this mid jungle duo.